I am Iron Man. Typically, when people think of that phrase, they think of the Marvel films, specifically Iron Man and Avenger movies. Iron Man is played by Robert Downey Jr. throughout the Marvel films and is a worldwide known actor. IMDb states that he has achieved critical acclaim and worldwide box office success playing these characters. Despite this, his career has not always been at the peak it is at now. Listen as I explain the life of Robert Downey Jr. as well as show how anyone can change their life around, even from the lowest of lows in society. Everyone has a starting point in their career. For Robert Downey Jr., it was in Manhattan. Ben Folk mentions in his book, Robert Downey Jr., The Fall and Rise of the Comeback Kid, that he received his first gig in 1983 as a cartoonist and playwright. From this gig, he moved on to earning more roles, as Britannica states in their biography on Robert Downey Jr., of certain specific hits, one of which being the cult hit Weird Science. From here, he went on to take bigger roles in bigger industries, such as the role of Chaplin. As Vanity Fair explains in their article, The Ride of His Life, he went on to play Chaplin and earn an Academy nomination for that role. From this upward trajectory, a shadow of addiction always loomed over him. Unfortunately, in 1996, his incline in his career came to a halt. The American Addiction Center's editorial staff state in their article, Robert Downey Jr.'s incredible comeback from addiction, that he was arrested for possession of heroin and cocaine, as well as later mentioning that he was arrested several times over the next few years. Over the next 7 years, he faced several struggles, including missing court dates, requiring mandatory drug tests. As the LA Times put it in their newspaper on the headlines, that it was Robert Downey Jr. gets 3 years in prison. These headlines and news articles left a lasting impact on his career in Hollywood, showing that he's not stable to work. This resulted in RDJ looking into programs to better himself. In 2003, he enlisted himself in a program to help his addiction. Castle Recovery Site mentions in their article, Journey to Recovery, that he put himself into a 12-step program to help with his rehab, therapy, and meditation issues. From here, his life turned around. The California Museum states many of his achievements and accolades earned throughout his life after recovering from his addiction in the California Connection article. Some of which to mention are him being selected and playing the role of Iron Man for the past decade and a half. From this role, he's impressed critics and mass audiences around the world. His inclusion throughout the films has resulted in over $500 million to upwards of $2 billion in worldwide gross throughout the films. He is also a 2-time Academy Award nominee, 3-time Golden Globe winner, as well as earning an Oscar under his belt. In conclusion, you've seen how Robert Downey Jr.'s life has come through up till now, as well as how anyone can turn around their life from even the lowest in society. Iron Man not only represents a fictional character, but a representation of change. Just like the fictional character, Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. both faced struggles that they had to overcome over time. And that overcome resulted in him being able to leave a positive impact on other people. I'd like to leave off with a word from the man himself, Robert Downey Jr. I think that power is principle. The principle of moving forward as though you have the confidence to move forward. Eventually gives you confidence when you look back and see what you've done.